Hello, everybody out there on YouTube. Once again, it is the count 'em, four middle-aged guys just bullshitting about nothing. I am the Reverend.
The theme here.
Gray Mouse 1.
And Theory.
Yep. We are going to continue on with the Geek Week in Review. We're going to talk about, actually, Street Fighter V again. Okay? But this, unlike the last few videos that we've done, is actually good. Is a good video, or it should be better. On Friday, July 1st, they released out their patch 1.4, which was 8.6 gigabyte update, 2 new characters, new stages, actual story mode, and with endings and cinematics and everything, all that people have been asking for a long, long time. Yep, last 5 months, folks. Along with that, they also released out character designs that were rejected for Street Fighter V characters. And that's what we're going to start talking about right now. If you guys have not seen them, let me go ahead and share my screen real quick, and I'll scroll through what I have. Okay. So the characters as it was, boom, boom, boom. All right. We have first one, which was called the President. Okay.
Looks like Eagle.
Yeah, kind of looks like Eagle.
Or kind of looks like, a bleached Dudley in a suit.
Yep.
Pretty much. That's what I'm thinking too.
Yeah. Okay. So
he looks like an aging Roy.
Yeah. And the funny thing is that there was Hinata and Tiffany did show up in the new stage, so it kind of ties it in with Project Justice a bit, which I think actually
Rival Schools 3, please.
Yeah. I think Rival Schools is actually going to be kind of an ongoing theme with what we're dealing with here, and not just the theme, but a theme. Okay. All right. This one was called The Literary Master, and basically he was going to be like this contemplating. He kind of looks like what's his name? That one character from World Heroes, fucking with the hands.
Rasputin?
Yeah, Rasputin.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, Rasputin.
Yeah, kind of looks like Rasputin, but with a fucking a coat. Looks like a lab coat.
Yeah.
With him, that every time he was fighting, he would be mumbling constantly, like he was talking about things under his breath. Okay. Then we have here what they called the Clumsy Cutie. This character design was rejected for obvious reasons, because her whole character gimmick was the fact that as the fight wore on, as she got more and more damage, more and more pieces of her clothes would go ahead and fall off.
You know damn well some fighting game is going to actually do that. Sooner or later.
If
you know what that's
Senran Kagura.
You know what that says, right? You know what that says right there? It says booty.
Really?
Yeah,
I
that's
did not
booty.
know that.
Booty. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And ass, just like he said.
All right. This particular character right here, I believe. He was supposed to be one of
It's the Shadow Blue Soldier, isn't it?
Yeah, this is one of the Shadow Lost Soldiers. All right, he was going to show up as one of the playable characters. He's kind of got like a RoboCop Predator.
So basically, DJ put on a RoboCop suit.
Yep. Yeah. They're following the Street Fighter movie storyline.
DJ decided to be Cyborg for Halloween.
No. DJ kind of put on the Independence Day alien technology on him, and then this is what you got.
Yep. All right. Now, this one they call the Soccer Fighter, okay? And according to feedback, he just reminded everybody way too much of other characters. Going back to Rival Schools, Project Justice, Roberto.
It actually kind of reminds me of Sean also.
Sean from Street Fighter 3.
Street Fighter 3, yeah.
Yep.
Down there in the lower right corner, did he headbutt him and send him straight
down? Yeah.
Yep.
That's probably one of his throws. And just bam.
Actually, if you see this, it's a chain throw. It's a command throw. There's 1, 2,
Oh
3.
yeah, it is a chain throw. 1, 2, and bam, down.
Wow.
Yep. Yep. But yeah, that one was one that was rejected. This one right here, I believe, is they called him the teacher. Not much was said about that, but I'm not digging that haircut.
Do you think maybe that was a concept art? Is this Street Fighter V concept art or
Yes,
just Street Fighter in general?
These are rejected character designs for Street Fighter V.
Because that guy kind of looks like Q.
No.
No,
Nah.
I mean with the trench coat.
Well, you're talking about how tall he is and how he's dressed.
Yeah.
Well, Q had on Inspector Gadget, freaking Dick Tracy suit.
Well, that's
So,
kind of what it looks like, though. I think.
I
That
don't
looks
think
like
he-
more
I
of
don't-
a that looks more of a clergy robe more than anything else.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I can see. Yeah, I can see the what do you call it coming down across the shoulders now. Now that I look at it, yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. You're
and
right.
if Q had a bowl cut like that, he'd probably self-destruct more often.
I miss Q.
And the last one that was revealed was Miss Bobo. Okay. And originally, this is what they were thinking about as an alternative female character that was actually going to take the place of Laura, but they decided to go with Laura instead. All right. And now that I see that, it kind of looks like they're like, hey, she's got the pro wrestling thing going. Why don't we just bring back Armika?
Ah.
Yeah, it kind of
They
makes
have her as a pro wrestler. It depending on her moves, it could have worked.
Are you talking about Rainbow Mika?
Yeah.
She's a Street Fighter. She's a character in Street Fighter V already.
Yeah, I know.
No. What he's saying is the concept from here. They probably canceled this one. It's
Actually,
like, let's bring back Rainbow Mika. We already have a female wrestler, and let's
yeah.
just
Actually, that kind of reminds me of Laura, actually, to be honest.
Yeah, with the top. No, like I said, I think what happened was that this was probably one of the early concepts, and then they decided just to go with when they made Laura. They kept a few things like the top right there,
Yeah.
and then they decided to go with
It
that.
looks like they took like a whole bunch of body parts from other people in Street Fighter, and just made this shit. I'm dead serious.
We've got Laura's
Yeah.
top and Zangief's
Zangief's
arms.
arms.
Chun-Li's leg.
Yeah.
Chun-Li's legs, absolutely. Yeah.
And her boots. And I don't know where the hell they got the haircut from, Yeah. But, that was pretty much the rejected Street Fighter character designs in a nutshell. Thoughts, gentlemen?
Wow.
Um,
I'm not sure if any of those characters would have worked, but having more characters in the game and giving them storylines and giving them moves, people, at least people that actually love fighting games or love Street Fighter wouldn't have gave a fuck if they just came out and they played good. I mean, shit.
Yeah.
It's just, we need more characters. We need more new characters. We need more people to come into the fray. Stop rehashing the old ones. Bring in certain new ones. Keep certain old ones, but bring in certain new ones and have a mixture.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm more for the I would love to see more of the 03 or the Alpha 3 characters.
Alpha.
I would really, seriously, they're
Like who specifically?
huh?
Like who specifically? Because most of them are there or have been embedded in the Street Fighter series, one form or another.
Well, Rainbow Mika's there now, so yeah. I can't think off the top of my head. You caught me off guard with that one. Shit.
wah, wah.
Yeah.
Sakura should be in this roster sooner or later.
Yeah.
Well, she will be because her ultra
So
rival.
she shows up.
She's going to show up because Karen's there. It just got to happen.
That was my theory. Not the theory, but that was what I thought. Because
I
it's just-
was thinking that one too. Like
because it was like, for me, Sakura not there and Karen is there. For me, that didn't make any sense. it's just maybe when Sakura comes in, maybe certain rival schools will come in because
if they could tie that up, that would be great. I mean, they're already leaving traces, and I hope it's not just. I hope it's more than just keys. Yeah, and
decoration.
Because
I remember on Capcom versus SNK, and then there was the Pocket Fighter. There were other Street Fighter characters and other game characters like Power Stone characters and their backgrounds and stuff like that. And all of that. So I'm not really sure if they're going to do that, but that will be an excellent fucking idea. I wish that they will bring some EX characters in. However,
Arica isn't. Yeah, those characters aren't exactly theirs to go ahead and make use of. I wish that would be the case because I would love to be crushing fools with Cracker Jack or Skullo.
Skullo is one of those interesting characters that was just odd. You know what I mean?
You know, I got really stuck on D Dark for a long time.
Yep.
Dark is great. Yeah.
Dark.
D-Dark.
And Sakura was a monster in that game.
Yep.
Fuck. Used to tear. Hey, Gray Mouse used to watch me when we were in the Navy. I used to tear people apart with her.
I mean, yeah. Sakura was a monster in rival schools as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
She dominated that game, literally.
I mean, give me Shoma. You know,
I'm amazed Batsu hasn't made it as soon as he did.
I agree with that because he played more like a Street Fighter than anything else.
Yes.
Yeah.
Batsu and Hideo would have made amazing characters for Street Fighter V.
As long as they make somebody super, calling up Daigo to sit there and do what he normally does. Fucking take my money, Capcom. Really?
Daigo was good.
With that,
Ayoko was good.
Looking at the concept art that didn't make it in Street Fighter V, I mean, I have to agree with the theme about that. You know, it's nice to have older characters in there, but they have to be in there for a purpose, for a reason. And I would really like to see more new characters. I mean, Laura's new for Street Fighter V. That was nice to. And then I can't remember that guy's. It's Korin or something. No, what's his name? Kind of like a Devourer. I can't think of the guy's name right now off the top of my head. But he's a new character for Street Fighter V. It's good to mix old with new.
I for one would have liked to see that soccer player. I would have liked to see that.
I'm surprised Saget's not there.
Yeah, Saget's
I'm
not
surprised the king of Muay Thai is not there.
Well, they have the four kings right now. Fang actually took over for like you said. So I don't know why. I don't know why Saget's not in there. I mean, he's part of the four original kings, you know. So I don't know.
Well, he was the original Street Fighter champion.
Yeah.
So I don't understand why he's not there. That doesn't make.
He might be a download account or DLC.
If they put Gil in this game.
Well, that's it. I'm glad you said that. Let's talk about the patch now. Are we done with the other
yeah,
stuff?
Go ahead. Bring it up.
All right.
Yeah, because you're the only one that owns the game out of all of us.
I'm the only one that owns this game. Finally, I got a fucking complete game to play. Fucking 5 months later. Fuck.
Now it's busted someplace behind his fucking couch.
No. Actually, I got it in my PlayStation 4. Thank you very much. That's just. But anyway, this is what the game should have been like when it was launched in February. And I understand what Capcom did. I understand what they were doing. They wanted to, I guess, cater to the Pro League for EVO for the Street Fighter V. But in all honesty, they should have fucking waited until July 1st to actually release the game in its entirety. It's called General Story Mode, right? It's a 8.6 gigabyte update. And it's a 4-hour fucking campaign for a fighting game. That's unheard of.
Wait. Per person?
No. It's no. It's not.
Yeah.
No, it's not per person. It's as you play through the campaign or the.
Oh, you take over somebody.
Correct. You take over whatever happening in that particular scene. You take over that particular person.
That you see, so they basically copied off Mortal
So it's
Kombat.
Mortal Kombat.
Pretty
style.
much.
Okay.
So what I did
That's
was.
basically what they did.
So what I did was I started playing it and I started looking at the clock. I'm like, I'm not even halfway through. And when I got done, it was like 4.5 hours. I was like, damn, that's a long ass fucking story mode. So it's divided into 4 acts. You got your 4 acts. You go through it with individual people, but it does cater to, Ryu and Ken, and it caters to Dowsing and Kidding, why she's in there. And I'm not going to spoil anything because there's a surprise at the end, which I kind of already figured it out by the time I get there. And I was like, okay, so I know who the next DLC guy is going to be. The time frame that this takes place in is right before Street Fighter 3 and kind of...
And after Street Fighter 4.
Huh?
You mean after Street Fighter 4? Excuse me, after Street Fighter 3.
No.
Street Fighter
No.
Before Street Fighter 3 and after Street Fighter 4.
No. Hey, hear me out. It actually starts before Street Fighter 3. This is what blows. I was like, this doesn't make any sense. Starts before Street Fighter 3, but it lasts until the end of Street Fighter 4. That's what the whole story is evolving. And then
Sure.
You do have some guest stars that are familiar that's in Street Fighter 3. But it's what it should have been back in February. So I can now actually say with a straight face that
What, you're going to change your final score of the game?
no, I'm going to keep it. No, why would I change that? This is
Because
after
now
the
you
fact.
have a full game, so you can go reevaluate it.
No. I'm not going to be a little bitch. Like, no, I said, because I was grading it as is at that particular time. I'm not going to go back on myself. Fuck that. No. But I could actually say with a straight face now that I could actually recommend it for those who have a PlayStation 4.
So that means you change your grade.
No.
You didn't recommend it 5 months ago, and now you recommend it. That means the grade is higher.
No, I graded for what was present at the time that I did the grade. But I can still recommend it, man. I'm not going to change my
But you
grade.
can change the grade now so it can make the honor roll.
No. I'm still going to hold it. Because I graded it as is when it was.
I don't think they give honor roll recognition to folks who graduate late.
Pretty much. I'm not going to change my grade. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do that. It's not going to happen. It should have, like I
Got
said.
straight A's in summer school.
So it gets to graduate in the fucking spring. No. No, but this patch is what everybody's been waiting for. And it's a damn shame I have to say that. It should.
So wait, when they release more characters in the future, are they going to release more modes with this?
I don't know.
Is there that much room on the disc still? Because that's what pisses me off about all of this. 5 months ago should have been a full fucking game, and then maybe characters later, maybe stages, maybe pieces of music, but at least have a full fucking game with a full fucking campaign. You have to wait 5 months to get that. That's ridiculous to me.
Well,
But at least it was free, right?
everything, yeah, absolutely. I didn't have to pay shit. I wasn't going to pay shit. And just like they were saying before, all the downloaded content you can get through Fight Money. You don't have to, I mean, you could buy it off of, with real world money, with dollars or whatever. You could do that, but also you can earn it through the game. And believe me, that shit ain't easy. Because you got to beat certain things in hard mode and all this other stuff. So it makes it worthwhile. You got to play the game like it was supposed to be played to earn enough Fight Money to buy these characters.
No, you don't. You can always pull out your wallet and pay.
True. But the option is there. But, oh, God.
Yet.
But But the option is there that you could play the fucking game like it's intended and earn enough fight money.
Okay, fine.
To buy
Is it better than Third Strike?
No, because
Hold on.
Oh God!
And away he goes.
He's gonna turn on his Dreamcast and play Third Strike.
make sure you blow on the cartridge.
What? Dreamcast don't have cartridges.
I know. That's why I was
The
saying.
NX will have cartridges.
Hey, I gotta set the time on it. Keep on talking.
Look, love the Dreamcast. I still play mine.
But, I mean, it's really,
Damn it.
it's really fucked up that Capcom did this, and they went on record saying that they're going to pay more attention to having a complete game at release. That just remains to be seen.
But that should be.
They should have been doing that from the start. And what I'm really worried about is that, it's like their future games and the future content for these games. Are we going to get a full game? So I guess the bottom line is,
Wait, for one, what games are we going to be getting if we're going to be questioning that?
yeah. Well, the bottom line is this.
What? Wait, are they going to do Resident Evil 7 like this?
You know what?
Dead silence. I'm scared now.
No, that's the thing that we gotta.
I don't know.
That's the one thing that we gotta sit there and we gotta recognize. And look. Thank you, Capcom, for going ahead and giving us the rest of the game that we already fucking paid for. Okay, this part I'm not gonna fucking mince words about. Look, you can go ahead. Your publishers can go ahead and make these cockamamie decisions, and your executives can make these fucking retarded decisions in the name of profit. I understand that. I fucking understand that. But you're gonna have to understand that your players and your consumers, of which, guess what? Your game didn't sell enough physical copies to beat out fucking Pokken Tournament. All right. You've got to be able to sit there and make your game worthwhile in value to the average fucking player. Okay? And that means it's got to be fucking feature complete. All right? Including content like fucking, story mode and shit like that.
Yeah, like the game that the Reverend has in the background. Third fucking Strike.
Here's the problem. Like, I've always thought story mode should come standard, right? That should normally be the first thing that you work on.
Story versus endings.
Well,
You
see, the thing is, though, what really killed me was with Street Fighter V is that
What if
They
you
figured it out.
let me cut you off, Gray Mouse. What if you buy your Zelda on the NX and you have to wait 5 months for the Master Sword?
no.
Exactly.
Well, what kills me is this.
And therein lies the problem. It's like if you're going to make a game, all right, if you're going to want people to shell out that much time and that much money, you're at least going to put out a decent storyline first.
Well,
You're hoping.
Evo aside,
see,
All
that's
right.
the problem. They
Because here's the
concentrated on Evo.
how many times has this happened for Evo? None.
Yeah.
Just
They
this.
could've just brought back Third Strike for Evo this year.
Third Strike is always on Evo.
They would
Dude.
have been okay with playing Third Strike
Yeah.
and Street Fighter 4 while waiting for this thing to come out and be finished. All right.
Well, I mean, Capcom, that's not an excuse. Evo is not an excuse to fucking bring a half-ass game out. I mean, and to go back onto the story mode is that not just the average player can actually understand what's going on in the story mode. That's how deep the story mode is. You have to have a lot of knowledge, rather, of Street Fighter franchise to understand what's going on and the interactions between some of these characters. You would be lost if you just picked up the Street Fighter V game and put it in there and try to play the story mode.
Well, it's the 5th Street Fighter as far as
Correct.
Numbers go.
I mean, here's the thing. I'll recognize Street Fighter for attempting to do right, but this has got to serve as a lesson to them. That they can't sit there and insist on making the same decisions with the games that are coming out that they have people excited. Okay, if you got a multiplayer on fucking Resident Evil 7, God forbid it's something that you have to sit there and require. Don't force motherfuckers to own a separate fucking copy and play it with their buddies online. Okay? I mean, I'm playing single player on that, and I didn't have to connect it to a fucking server. Okay? There's a reason why people still play that.
Well, I mean, you know, with Street Fighter V, you can play the modes without that. You just don't get, like I said, the fight money to buy characters and what do you call it? Stages. I mean, it is play. I could put it in there and not have an internet connection and still play the game. Don't get me wrong.
So it locks you out from all the other features.
If you don't,
If you don't go online, yes.
I'm not going to sugarcoat that shit. Yeah. You just don't earn fight money.
Yeah, you get locked out from the other features, and that's just not very cool.
Remember how Tekken was, you know, for the PlayStation? You know, you play through the game and you earn your characters, and then, you know, you can save them onto your memory card.
Yeah.
You know, this is almost like the handicap of not having a memory card at that time in order to save it. But you have to have an internet connection. Mm-hmm. You have to have, you know, your fucking PlayStation fucking internet shit, and you have to have the game in the console. Wait, I don't have enough already? An internet provider and all that? Come on. This shit should come standard with games as far as earning shit. What if the NX you have to be online in order to play a fucking Zelda? If I have to wait 5 months for a Master Sword or a boomerang shot, I will be furious.
And you know, I mean, that's a good analogy, and that's exactly what we did. And then it goes again, you know, we've been preaching this on our channels over and over again. Don't be the first adapters to anything. If I've learned anything, you know, I mean, the Xbox One, how much it's changed since 2013. You know, Street Fighter V, you know, I mean, for Christ's sake, it took 5 games. It took 5 months to get a fucking complete game. You know, it's happening everywhere. It's not just happening. And as long as we as consumers and gamers continue to buy the shit, they're going to think nothing's wrong.
Agreed.
They're going to think this is the norm. And it's got to stop.
Yeah. As you said, Gray Mouse, we've been preaching that for, you know, a while now. It's like, fuck, stop giving them ammunition to think that this shit is the norm, because it's not.
Don't get me wrong. I was a first adapter to an Xbox One, and I was a first adapter to the Street Fighter V. So, I mean, I have no horse in this race, so to speak. But I should be able to go into a fucking Walmart or a Best Buy or wherever and pick up a game off the shelf and the fucking thing be complete at that time. Like I said in my video, my video today, once the game goes gold, it should have everything on that disc that the developer wanted on it. Now, downloading content is different, but, you know, day one patches, come on, man.
Or missing modes that have been there since the Super Nintendo.
Or like Ubisoft with fucked up faces and shit just melting, faces melting and shit when you're trying to play freaking what do you call it? Assassin's Creed. I mean, come on, man. And the more and more time everybody keeps buying this shit on day one, it's gonna come to a point to where when a game is released, you're not gonna get any money until 5 or 6 months or a year later, because nobody could trust you that you have a complete game. It's gonna become that way.
Then it's going to spread to consoles.
Oh no, it's already here. What are your thoughts, Theory? You've kind of been on the download there.
See, regarding Street Fighter V, I don't have it. For the longest amount of time, I hadn't planned on getting it, mainly because there was no storyline. So as far as I'm concerned, I had no dog in this fight. All right.
I do, because it's Street Fighter, and I love Street Fighter.
And I understand that. Look, I enjoy Street Fighter.
And I'm going to go play some Third Strike later.
But I'm not going to pick up crap, all right? I'm not going to pick up unfinished shit, all right?
Yeah.
I'm not paying for cookie dough. I want cookies, damn it, all right?
See, that's the problem. Cookie dough
So
is
having
good.
that been said, hey, no, you put that shit in the oven.
I knew that you was going to
Crispy,
go there, and I was like,
back to
okay,
me.
you got to come up with a different analogy than that.
Cookie dough is
All
good,
right.
dude. Everybody eat cookie dough, man. Come on. You got to come up with a better analogy.
All right, fine. I want Jello.
Not liquid.
Finished Jello. Not powder, not boiling water. Jello.
There you go.
Are you
Yeah.
happy now? Damn it. Now, having that been said,
No,
But-
that powder shit, dude.
Agreed, 100%. We want to have complete shit when it comes out. And it's funny how times have changed, but we get more incomplete shit now than we ever have.
Yeah.
I don't understand that.
here's the thing. I refuse to
Even
pre-order
Atari
games
games
anymore.
have been complete.
I don't pre-order games anymore. I don't pick up games on launch anymore because I have no faith in anybody anymore. All right, I've done it a few times, and I paid for it every single time. I pre-ordered Battlefield 4. Remember what happened to Battlefield 4?
Wait, what about
Battlefield
Shadow of
1.
Mordor?
Battlefield 1's coming out.
Hey, no, I don't care. All right, I'm done with Battlefields.
No,
wait.
you're
What about
No, you're
Shadow of Mordor? What about most of
That
the
was fun.
were they complete? So
Yes.
some games, you know,
I'm still not
It's
picking
not
them
the
up.
it's not the whole industry, but I
No,
mean,
no,
everyone
no.
that you watch this video, you have to see our point. We want shit that's complete, and
Okay, let me clear that up. All right, it's not the entire industry.
well,
Right.
yeah,
All right, some people screw it up, some people do not. But it's those people that screw it up that ruin it for everybody else. All right. Stereotypes aren't stereotypes because they're completely false.
stereotypes have some form of truth to them. Otherwise, they wouldn't be stereotypes.
Well,
Simple
the
as that.
next game that's on my radar is I'm a fighting game fanatic. Is
Tekken 7. Tekken
I'm
7.
waiting.
Tekken 7 and
I'm waiting
also
for it.
also King of Fighters 14.
Fighters. Shaq Fu 2.
That's
Get
not
outta
a
here.
fighting game, dumbass. No.
Get out.
No. But
No. Get out.
leave. No, do M Bison and fucking leave.
Shaq food too.
But so King of Fighters 14's coming out with a 50 character roster. That's what I'm fucking talking about.
Will it have a 3-on-3?
Yes, 3-on-3 versus teams and all that shit.
3-on-3 story.
Yes,
Bosses. It better have all that.
it does. It's already been
Okay.
confirmed.
All right. That sounds like a King of Fighters. Okay.
King of motherfucking Fighters.
Out beforehand. What was it, like 13 characters?
Wow. Yeah.
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 Is there going to be a versus mode on it?
I would imagine.
For Christ's sake, because come on, it can have 50 characters, but it probably won't have a versus mode.
It will. Come on, man. Well,
Hey.
I can't. You're
Street
right.
Fighter 5 started without a story mode.
You're right. Street Fighter 5 didn't
Street
have a
Fighter
story
was
mode.
the one
Right.
that revolutionized the fighting genre,
You're
and
fucking
look at
right.
that turned out.
I can't.
So
Yep.
please, we can't give motherfuckers the benefit of the doubt. That's one
Not
of the
no more. And that's a fucking shame.
Yeah.
That is a fuck. You cannot give a motherfucking Capcom. You cannot, because back in the day in the 90s, you saw the symbol and you knew that shit was quality.
Hey, even before that, I mean, Ghosts and Goblins was hard as a
That's what you saw.
you knew-
You saw Capcom on that
There's a
shit.
certain type of quality when you played a Capcom
But
game.
you saw Capcom, and we had a friend that's all he did was saw Capcom on the side of that, and he went to go get Power Stone.
It's funny because I was playing Power Stone and he was like, "What is this?" And I gave him the CD case and he looked at it and he put the case down and he left. And he went and picked up the game and came back. He's like, "All I saw was them letters. I saw Capcom and that was it. I saw you playing it. I saw Capcom. I was sold." They need to go back to that.
Yep.
They need to go back to that.
Well, I
And-
mean, they are. I mean, with Resident Evil 7.
Resident Evil
Oh
7
my
does the same
God.
shit.
Yes.
Here's
What
the
if
truth of the matter. They're not going back to that. I hate to say it, but it's not fucking happening. Not with the way that the industry is now. Not completely like that. And the fact that, like we said, the biggest problem with the video game industry is that it's creative process controlled by bean counters who are concerned with making profit more than anything else.
Publishers.
Yeah.
It's the publisher's fault. They're driving all the bullshit.
And to tell you the truth, we could probably go on about this for another 40 minutes, but we're going to be retreading old ground at that point. At that case, we'll just cut the bullshit here. All right. In any case, no matter what you think about Street Fighter, there's a lot of things that were released out on the first, not just patch, but also information on characters. Hopefully, we're thinking that it's a, foreshadowing of other projects that Capcom may be able to come out. Rival Schools, please. Power Stone, please.
I wouldn't mind a Capcom versus SNK.
Or something like that,
I'd be happy with another Captain Commando beat 'em up.
Nintendo versus Capcom. Come on.
Hey. Wait. Hang on. Theory said something. Say it again?
A Captain Commando beat 'em up.
Yes.
Bring me another one.
Yes.
Give us Mars Matrix again. Give us Giga Wing. Give us 1940-something. Please.
Yeah, I mean, we can wax poetic for, like I said, for quite a while. But, time's running short on this particular video, so we're going to cut it short here. Like I say at the end of every video, folks, if you're so kind, hit like, hit subscribe, leave us a comment. We're sure to respond to them, whether it be on this particular channel or any of our other channels. All right? This is 4 middle-aged guys just bullshitting about nothing. We're cutting the bullshit here. I am the Reverend.
The theme here.
Grey Mouse 1.
In theory.
Once again, for the benefits of common sense, logic, and gaming, Capcom, get your shit together and we'll just buy your shit. Please. Oh, and Rival Schools 3 and Power Stone 3. Please. And make it right.
Complete games.
Yeah, make them right, please.
Complete.
My damn Jello.
You better not fuck up Resident Evil 7. Credits.